Well, good evening and welcome to our listeners. And it's official. We are taking the battle of DEI and woke right to them. We are taking back control of the English language. You understand? Mark, are you there?
I'm
Back
there,
me
yeah.
up.
Yep, they started the war, so now we're up in the game and we're rocking up in a tank.
And Mark, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to say, I'm gay. But not in the way that everybody thinks. I'm taking that word back. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Do you feel happy, Mark? Do you feel gay?
I've had the gayest day of my life, John. Never been happier. In fact, I had to read loads of dodgy guidance, so that's put a dampener on it. But apart from that, gayest day ever.
Oh, well, I'm telling you now. And we're going to be using those words that they've tried to take away. I mean, I take a lot of pride in the work that we do, Mark.
Yes, pride is a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. Not
Give me
really
some...
sure being a Q or a plus is much of an achievement. So we'll have that one back. Proud to be English.
Proud to be gay. Give me...
Proud to be gay.
Yeah, give me another one. I mean, I want the words retard and spaz.
I think we've kept them. What else? I don't know. I'm not sure about irregular. You can probably keep that because that's contrary to the rules or which is normal or established. So in other words, breaking the law.
There are two things to do with that word irregular when they apply it to the law. But irregular could mean anything to do with a woman's period, or it could be the time of the day that you go and take a dump.
Zippy has been on the phone as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's got anxiety and he wants the rainbow back. So we're having that back too.
Rainbow?
Otherwise, I'll send Bungle round. Yeah, send Bungle round.
They can start off the hospitals and all the stuff that they put the rainbows up. That's it. No, that's it. Okay, so gay, pride, and all the rest of that rubbish, it's now meaning gay equals happy and pride equals, what did you say, Mark?
Well, it's a deep feeling of pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements.
And in legal terms, irregular has no meaning.
It's basically like illegal. A nice way of saying illegal, isn't it? A little bit.
That's it. So, and if anybody says, we heard on your podcast that you said you were gay, and I'll say, yeah, that's right. I was very, very happy. Very happy. And so was my co-host, Mark. Because he's gay as well. And he's very proud to be gay. He takes pride in being gay.
The gayest in the town.
So there we have it. Okay. So we're going to be moving on. And
well, before we move on, if you want your words back, come and take them.
Yeah, come and take them. As far as we're concerned, you don't own them anymore. Okay?
No.
You don't own them.
We've rocked up in a language tank. So the shells are going to start flying. Have it. Have it, lefties. What are you going to do? I need to put these on. I can't blooming see these days. It's better.
What, you can't see that you're gay?
No, but I feel the gayest I've ever felt. See me smile.
I'm having gay abandon.
I'm anti-gay. I'm Uncle Gay. Okay, I'm confusing myself now. Let's move on.
Well, it used to be that Bob was your auntie, but no, not anymore. Bob's your uncle. That's it. Bob is your uncle. Anyway, moving on. Statsman, and just in respect of the people that have been calling, they've asked for Ed Miliband to be added
they did.
To your picture. So here it is.
Consider it done.
And here's, man, proof of it. Before I go back, look at him. Look at the face on that guy. Isn't he weird?
He's first onto the boat, first down the hill. So he's looking a bit.
Let's get back to the main picture. There he is there. Get him on there. There you go. Right, so he's on his way out.
Deport. Look, the remove party are the future.
It's not now. It's deport. There's 5 of them.
Gonna need a bigger island and a bigger poster.
That's it.
Maybe we can throw them all on the Navy ships behind them.
We're moving it on. Right now, okay? 1976, this comedian did this.
Wasn't even born then, bro. Wasn't even born.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Go on, tell me what it was like back when there was stone undies and square wheels. Go on.
You're making me feel old. Ronnie Barker. But look what he did.
Now, the main will be in the language. The man in the street will become the person in the street. Whoever you are, whether man or woman, you will be the person in the street. Incidentally, when I was in the street the other day, I nearly fell down a person hole, so be glad. Now, certain professions will have their names changed, from the chairperson of a large company right down to the humble dust person. Not to be confused, of course, with the famous film star Dustin Hoffperson. Now, speaking of films, there will be special feature films made showing the equality of the sexes, already in production. A new musical called 7 Persons for 7 Other Persons. Starring Paul Newperson with choreography by Robert Helpperson. And music by Person Tavani and his orchestra. Now, dress. Dress, of course, you won't be expected to dress like this. This sort of costume is much too expensive. Half a knicker certainly doesn't cover it.
I love the humour back then. It was clean, but it was excellent, wasn't
it? You couldn't get up. But how fortuitous for us to be able to still be able to watch him telling us the future.
Ronnie the Oracle. It's funny, this, and that's like a day after we'd, what was it? Hang on, I can't forget which day. There's been that much woke stuff. We were on about the woke sports day, weren't we, from the school around here, and it was sports personship. Well, sorry, but having that back. Sportsmanship, thank you very much.
Sportsmanship. Oh, great one. That's another one. So, gay. What's the other words we're taking back? Spaz.
Well, we're having them all.
Retard.
Pride, we're having the rainbow. We're having, sportsmanship. That's back.
That's back. Yeah, we don't care.
I'm sure we can think of loads. If anyone got any suggestions for words they want us to take back, I don't know, we'll make a policy and a poster for it, I guess.
Correct. And if anybody says that they're homosexual, we'll say, so, you're happy. You're not gay, you're happy. How about that?
No, we can let homosexual have homosexual, but we're having gay back.
Well, in that case, then, I'm a very popular lesbian.
Saying nothing.
Okay, well, here's something. Wasted money. Check this out.
Again.
They wasted 37 billion and got away with it. 37 billion of your money vanished. No jail time, no refunds. Remember Test and Trace? One of the biggest financial scandals in UK history. 37 billion spent. A failed app. Private contracts handed out like sweets. And now services you actually use, slashed to the bone. But they'll raise your taxes and blame you for the shortfall. Subscribe if you think someone should finally be held accountable.
Tell me the truth.
I'm not laughing at the devastation they caused, but I'm just laughing at the bit where someone's going to be held accountable. I think that's the theme of every single podcast we've done for about how many years.
Well, considering, I mean, if you remember, let's see if I can find it. But, Starmer was actually saying that they were going to what was it they were going to do? They were going to introduce
loads of things, weren't they? Yeah.
Well, they were going to introduce the law of candor.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Tell me, did they do that?
No, I think we've discussed this one. Was it Monday? And no, because it was blocked by 2 absolute traitors.
Well, here it is. Well, it was.
Well, they know. They're just protecting their own arses, mate, because they know if he brings that law in there, a lot of their party is screwed.
Oh, well, they were going to introduce the law of candor, and they decided that they weren't going to do it. And
just in time for the
as far as I'm concerned, what can we say?
Arseholes.
I ever had the privilege to serve our country as Prime Minister. One of my first acts would be to bring in a Hillsborough law, a duty of candour. Because today I can confirm that the duty of candour will apply to public authorities and public servants. The bill will include criminal sanctions, and that the Hillsborough law will be introduced to Parliament before the next anniversary in April.
All right.
They've got no foresight, have they, John? Because if he realised what was going to actually happen, then that law would be used to sort the mess out they've tried to cover up.
Well, they said...
He wouldn't have said this, would he?
Now, Test and Trace, where was the candour there?
None.
None. And 37 billion spaffed up the wall. And who got the money? There's the question. Because that's the truth.
Lots of people's friends in government.
Okay, well, moving on to something less happier. Britain has become the rape capital of the world. Here we go. Look at this. Reported rape statistics across Europe. Poland, 590. Denmark, 2,831. Spain, 2,870. Belgium, 4,600. Italy, 5,000. France, well, there's no doubt about that, 38,094. But Britain, look at that, 73,000.
Per what, John?
That's it. That's the total amount of rapes.
A year? A day?
For a year.
A day, I'm worried.
A year.
Well, that's bad enough for a year. I'd be worried then. That was going to be like a month or something.
Now, in America, you would expect America's rape statistics to be higher because the population is so much bigger. But check this out.
What are they on? God, even my glasses on.
141,486. And that's rapes per 100,000 population, 2022, 41.8.
That's per 100,000.
Per 100,000.
That can't be right.
It's true.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I see what you mean. I'm struggling to see it. That's more. I thought you meant there was 73,000 per 100,000. I was going to say, whoa.
Absolutely true. Okay.
Gee whiz. We're almost double the third place.
Yep.
Well, there's a pattern emerging there, isn't there? So look at the two countries in the top three, France and the UK. Yeah, that's everyone's final destination, isn't it? From certain places.
Indeed. Oh. You can see it. You can see it. And top of those lists of people that are basically raping people are the Afghans.
That's incredible because the US is way more than double our population.
Oh my God. Way more.
That's shocking.
So what do you say about that?
Well, tell us something we didn't already know, really, but...
And they're letting it happen in this country. They're letting it happen. They're doing nothing to tackle it.
Jesus, mate, it used to be Sweden, didn't it, John? And look how low theirs is compared to ours. So either they were lying at the time and it wasn't really Sweden.
No, they weren't lying.
Or we've caught up.
What they've done is they've actually introduced deportation of those people. That's what they've done. And they've stopped some of the migrants from getting benefits. And that's the truth. That's what they've done. Okay? And another piece of what let's just say what's actually happening with the judiciary. Now, this is what happened in Germany, and you're going to be astonished by this, Mark.
I have to put my glasses on again.
German judge lets 8 men who gang raped a girl walk free.
Of course he does.
The brutal gang... No, this is a woman that let him go. The brutal gang rape lasted 3 hours. DNA evidence implicated 9 of the rapists. Psychiatrist Nala Sami said gang rape may be due to frustration that comes with the migration experiences.
Right,
and this is a true story.
So that's the
anybody that wants to check it out, it's on the Blaze. Now, how can they do that? I mean, you're seeing this in the UK, where judges are letting off rapists with suspended sentences over here. Literally. And I can't understand why they're doing it. I really can't understand it. But on a positive side, see this. Fair Cop have secured a legal win to stop Northumbria police from attending and taking part in Pride marches.
About time.
Well, it's happened. Now,
but
my question is going to be, well, does that mean that goes for all police involvement in Pride. What do you think?
That's what I was just about to say when I nearly interrupted you. Well, it should do, shouldn't it? But you know what? It won't, because they'll carry on until everyone has to take them all to court. Because this is what they do. They just carry on regardless. Ideology over common sense.
Yeah.
All the time with these imbeciles, John.
Absolutely.
It won't stop them. It might stop this one force, but you watch.
Well, I've also got a message for all those people in YouTube that don't like what we're doing. Kiss it.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Kiss it. Because we know what you're doing. And to all those listeners out there, we know that YouTube are restricting us because of our views. Okay? We know it. And quite simply, we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. And YouTube, they'll last for a while, but then somebody else will just take them over and get fed up with them. So there you have it. And we're not the only ones. John. We're not the only ones, because so many people are complaining about YouTube and the way that they are. So, to all those people behind the scenes at YouTube, hey, fuck you. We will carry on doing what we need to do. And if that's a word that's actually going to get us struck off, you can double fuck yourselves. There you go.
You know what, John? I'm not very gay with YouTube. Like, I'm not happy.
Well,
no, a lot of people aren't. Look out! I've seen, not just us, so many people's views just plummet.
Oh, just disappear because it doesn't fit in. YouTube, you are fucking idiots because you're dealing with an American on this side. I'm a dual national.
Do you know,
and I'm going to be actually contacting the American embassy to say, can you get a complaint through, please, to President Trump, because we think YouTube are arseholes.
I think I know what they're doing, John. Because look, they've let Tommy Robinson back on and stuff, and you're thinking, why would they do that? They're letting everyone on there, and it's like they've rolled back on giving you what are the strikes and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think what they're doing is instead is making you believe you're actually going to go somewhere and just limiting your reach.
Well, this is. I just want to say. I mean, I had a word from an insider that told me that what YouTube put out is actually not the truth. You're actually reaching so many more people than you think. But what they do is they make you believe, because of the views that you see on screen are minimal, that's it. So all these people that are doing these SEOs and they're saying we're going to get you up the YouTube ranking and stuff like that, the fact of the matter is, all YouTube have to do is just flick a button and the views open up. That's it. You're getting the views, but you're not seeing them, and neither are the people, and that's what it is. But I do know that we're actually getting out to an awful lot of people, Mark. And I just want to make it clear. I don't give a shit about YouTube. I really don't.
How can you go from, like, let's take an example, 1,300 views to like single double figures?
Same with TikTok. Okay,
makes no sense.
Tell those chinks. Okay, that's fine that you do what you're doing, because I had somebody come up to me the other day and they had 800,000 views on a video that they put out. And then the next day, they got 17 views. And you're thinking...
I know, I've been watching people who've had channels on there for years and we're getting thousands of views.
Yeah.
Getting double figures, treble figures if they're lucky.
The point I'm going to make to you is this, and I'm going to make to everybody out there, you are getting the views. It's just that they're not showing it on your statistics. And what they want is they want you to pay money to actually open up those views. And when you pay the money, all that happens is a click of a button, and then they show you your true statistics. And that's what I think is happening. And that was what the impression that I was given from an insider.
Well,
and I'm not going to mention his name.
Because we've seen it happen. Because they don't always manage to hide all the views.
Correct.
As I say, thousands, and then...
Indeed. Okay. So anyway, moving on, okay? And if anybody from YouTube is listening, you're arseholes. I'm telling you now, you're an arsehole. And if you don't like it, kiss my ass. All right, here we go. Benefits Britain.
And let me just ask you about the Afghan story, because obviously, it's a massive problem for the Tory government of the last few years, with Rishi Sunak in charge of it. Also a massive problem for Labour as well. But in terms of the people who have come in, and it looks like there might be about 36 or 40,000 by the end of it, are we supposed to support them for the rest of their lives? Is that supposed to be them coming in here to get a free house and free benefits and all the rest of it? Because if we're giving them a free house when they get here, what incentive is there for them to pay for anything?
Now, remember now, we covered this last night. And what's happened is, because of a mistake that was made at the Ministry of Defence, where some stupid civil servant actually released all this information into the public or into whatever, we are now tied to bringing in approximately 25,000 Afghan people who are supposedly on a list. Now, it's been shown and admitted by the MOD that a lot of these people are people that we really do not want in this country. Afghans are the top of the list for rape. And they don't care whether it is little boys, little girls, women, men. They don't give a shit. They just do it. And they're the top of the list. Somalians are next in that list of the top people that actually are the people that get involved in sexual assaults. And that one down at Epping, well, that was a Somalian. Right? At the Bell Hotel. Yeah. Anyway, carrying on.
Well, again, under the current system and what they would qualify for, the answer is basically yes. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them will choose to work, but we are making it a choice.
Yeah, but if they choose to work, what's the point of them choosing to work to try and buy a house if they've already got a free one?
Yeah, or a car or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I mean, particularly for social housing, especially if there are children in your household, then
and most of them have kids, as far as I know.
Yeah, and the way that the housing list works, you will go straight to the top of the housing list. So it's inevitable that there will be a lot of British people who are waiting on that social housing list who will go down many, many, many places.
There you go. You heard it there. And this is because of the Conservatives. They did it, right? What a bunch of lying pieces of shit that they really are. And they actually put a super injunction on it to stop people finding out in this country and to hide it from Parliament. It's got to be one of the biggest scandals and one of the biggest, most costly mistakes. I mean, yes, test and trace, 37 billion. This mistake from one employee who released those details, 7 billion. I mean, this is just a travesty. And these people are going to get housed before veterans. This is these people, the Conservatives and Labour, had, sorry to interrupt, Mark, Labour had to have been involved to agree to it.
I don't know, actually, because... Well,
it was. I can guarantee you that happened.
Not necessarily, but it was difficult for some of them because some of them probably wanted to say something, but because of the injunction, they literally couldn't, which I think is abysmal, because then they all get the blame, don't they?
The point I'm making to you...
The likes of Braverman's getting the blame, but she wasn't even in that position at the time, and it wasn't her responsibility.
The point I'm making to you is the only way that could have got through was that it was agreed at the highest level of the Labour Party. It was agreed.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, I'm absolutely certain of it.
I want to just go back to the point of, so these Afghans, they all worked with our military, did they, in Afghanistan? Is that correct?
Supposedly.
And now they're saying these people are a risk.
Well, okay.
But what the hell were they doing in Afghan?
I'll give you one example. One example. One guy that worked with the Ministry of Defense has brought 14 dependents into the country.
I believe so, yeah.
Now, come on now. Be honest. Is that what you call right?
No, because some of them are likely going to be young and old and are going to be a drain on the state.
Correct. That's it.
He's going to have to work 14 jobs, which is never going to happen, is it?
No, it is never going to happen. Here's Andrew Marr's take on this.
Some dozy civil servant working for the Ministry of Defence mistakenly releases the details of Afghans who work with Britain. Yeah. Names, contact details, phone numbers, sometimes their family members. In total, it's thought up to 100,000 people, including women and children, were put at risk of being murdered by the country's new masters. What a catastrophic betrayal. Do we know what's happened to them? They've presumably been fired long ago.
Well, I don't think so, Andrew. There's a question, exactly the first question that I put to the Defence Secretary this evening, whether this person was still employed by the British government. Lots of speculation about exactly what this person was doing. He said that they are no longer working in this particular policy area around Afghanistan. Well, that's a relief. But it's clear to me from his answers that this man, this person, woman, this person, is still being employed by the British government. So we have 100,000 Afghans being put at potentially lethal risk.
What do you mean you don't believe them?
I don't believe this was an accident, mate. Right. Just step back and look at the situation. So somebody released the names of all these people who helped our military, knowing they were going to be a threat, released them and gave them to the Taliban. How does that happen, mate?
Okay.
How does that happen? I'm smelling bullshit on this, John.
I'm getting your scenario. So why are they bringing 25,000 of them? And why did they take so much care to silence everybody that knew about it? And they didn't even bring it before Parliament. These people are absolute shits, because they should have actually brought it before Parliament to allow some form of scrutiny. But they used the laws in this country, just like the footballers and the rest of them, that they use these super injunctions to shut them all up. What a bunch of fucking shits they are.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on this, John. They've probably promised these people that once the war was over, they would bring them back here and look after them. Then we had to leave in a hurry because Joe Biden's an absolute dunce and a traitor. And then we had to rush off and leave them there.
Yep.
And you know what the bleeding hearts are like? Oh, we'll get you back no matter what. I'm telling you now, release data to the Taliban. Yeah, pull the other one. They've already lied about the original thing. They're probably lying about that as well, mate. I don't believe them. Sorry. Don't believe a word
Afghans, I don't care what anybody says. Afghans are the top of the list for people that make sexual assaults. They're top of the list. And anybody can go reference it from any amount of research that's out there on the web. I don't know. I don't know who's more evil, these people or the Afghans that are coming in, or the migrants. Multiculturalism just doesn't work in this country. And for any of those libtards and lefties out there, fuck you. It doesn't work. And you're seeing what's happening, in the country. All these things. I mean, here you go. Check this out.
So the Bell Hotel in Epping, I just want to give you a little update on something that I didn't know. And to be truthful, it didn't make much difference to me at the end of the day. Now, I see a video where a lady, she confronted the person that's been arrested. Okay. We all know what's happening at the Bell Hotel at the moment.
Now, this is the guy that we covered and we said he committed 4 offences. He's only been done for 3 of them. Okay? And we showed the video footage of what was happening at the Bell Hotel. All right?
Regarding a 14-year-old child. Now, this woman confronted this guy and he was on his hands and knees. I don't know what he was doing, whether he was trying to beg for forgiveness to her or whatever. And she was letting rip. This wonderful, wonderful woman, yeah, and I'm going to say this of colour. She was a black lady like I remember as a kid, like my sisters, my mate's sisters or their mums, you know. They don't fucking hold back, yeah? And she was as strong could be, and she was really tearing into him, and other people were stopping, and she was saying what he's done and everything, and she was saying, no, you're waiting, the police have been called, you're fucking waiting, that's it. You know, a proper woman. Now, the thing is as well, we have no fucking knowledge whatsoever of the colour of the girl, the religion of the girl it happened to, and we don't give a flying fuck. It's a child, okay?
Absolutely. Now that point, Mark, you've said this so much in the past. Take colour out of it. Look at what they're doing. And this guy is a Muslim, the guy that did it. There's no two ways about it. He's a Muslim. And in their country, they don't give a shit. It's as simple as that. If that had happened in his country, his original country, nobody would have batted an eyelid.
It's a child it's happened to. Now, for all these antagonisers, yeah, and one of them, the little baldy guy, that's it, the one that likes to go on all these demos, you know, because bear in mind...
That's your mate. Fella that you were with the tattoo. He was doing this. Okay?
You do know some people are put there on purpose. You do know that, didn't you? Like years ago in the football.
You've always said that.
Someone would always turn up and be the loud shouter, and you go, there's the plant, there's the wrong one. You're going to get that there. So that demonstration that was there the other day was peaceful until people want to start screaming Nazi scum to people that are demonstrating about the safety of kids. Now, this was grandparents, parents, everything, mums, dads, everything now. Outside, and why wouldn't they fucking demonstrate? This is going on all over Europe, yeah, not just here, everywhere, in Ireland as well, okay? So people were demonstrating peacefully until these antagonisers, and look how many old Bill they can get together straight away. Yeah, they're all rocked up, but then if anything's happened in an area, try and get the old Bill to turn up. Oh, we ain't got no one.
Now,
yeah.
What was I saying
safety
before?
Of kids. Now,
what was I saying before? When you get these people auditing the migrant hotels. Now, legally, those hotels are designated public spaces. That's how they're designated. So these people go in. So when the police turn up at the click of a finger of these people to prevent a breach of the peace, where are they when girls and young girls are being raped? Please tell me. Anybody can get them to turn up? Can anybody get them to turn up to a burglary? No, sorry, we have nobody available at the moment. This is so fucked up in this country. It's not funny. And I'm really, really not going to apologize for my language. It is so fucked up. It's unbelievable.
Grandparents, parents, everything, mums, dads, everything now. Outside, and why wouldn't they fucking demonstrate? This is going on all over Europe. Yeah, not just here, everywhere, in Ireland as well. Okay, so people were demonstrating peacefully until these antagonisers, and look how many old Bill they can get together straight away. Yeah, they're all rocked up. But then if anything's happened in an area, try and get the old Bill to turn up. Oh, we ain't got no one. Yeah. Now we know, as local people in this area, what's been going on. We fucking know. And look at the silence on media. They're more likely going to silence this as well. Yeah, there'll be people out there. So spread it around, please. Not just because of fucking likes or anything. I don't get nothing. I don't get paid by TikTok. But
we're doing it for you, kiddo. We're doing it for you.
Right? But just to let people know, it was a peaceful protest until these people come along. They've got them banners straight away, ain't they? Yeah? Who pays for them fucking banners? Who puts them people in there dressed that certain way to look like they are demonstrators? Yeah. Yeah, they're paid. They're paid. You know they are. So there you go. It was a peaceful protest, and hooray to that black woman. That strong black woman, Yeah, typical of what I remember as a kid. Like I said, no messing about, and he weren't going nowhere. She weren't letting him. And 100% to that woman, 100%. Don't know who you are, and if I did meet you, I'd love to shake your hand. I really would. So there you go.
There you go. Right. So what can you say? There's an honest comment from Joe Public, who's actually saying it as it is. And I don't see how the police can actually look themselves in the mirror, and especially the people up at the top, and say, we're doing a good job. No, I'm sorry. I've had enough of that stuff, because what they're doing is they're protecting evil. They're protecting the bad guys. They're protecting everyone except the indigenous British people. And it's wrong, Mark. It's absolutely wrong. And they're just heading for trouble. There is no two ways about it. They're heading for trouble. And the police in this country, what's going to happen? Because I can envisage it. They're going to turn up. They're going to be expecting everybody to obey the law. And then a bunch of people are going to come in armed, and they're going to kick the shit out of them. And then they're going to get the message then. You can't do these things now. You've got to protect the people that are paying your wages, not the people that are not paying your wages and committing the problems. And I know, because I speak to people in Parliament, and they're saying the same thing. Labour are falling apart because they do not know what to do. They have absolutely no idea. And can you imagine a bigger bunch of uneducated people in control of the country? Well, there you go. There's the answer. They're not. They're stupid. And
you're about to get my opinion on when we move on to another topic, John.
Okay, well, I'm
hanging them out to dry for this as well.
Well, let's go. I mean, because last night we were talking about this. Okay? And now we're in a position where we have to talk about these things. Go ahead, Mark.
So we mentioned some of the guidance they released yesterday, and I wasn't happy with it.
Yep.
Well, I know this can be quite difficult to listen to, but it's important for the safety of our kids. There was actually 2 pieces of guidance, one of which was the RSHE, which is statutory guidance on relationship, sex education and health education, and the Keeping Children Safe in Education 2025 guidance. Now, my opinion, neither of these 2 pieces of guidance in any way attempts to roll back on gender identity ideology or safeguards against it being promoted in the schools. So just as a quick little proof of this, let's look at the Keeping Children Safe in Schools guidance first. Here's a little bit on the screen we've took from it.
Oh, do you want this one or the one before?
No, back to the other one, please. Yeah, now this guidance apparently protects gender questioning children, the emphasis being on bullying, harassment and inclusive policies. But sadly, it stops short of actually mandating specific interventions for gender questioning pupils or bans the ideology in school. Although it mentions the importance of the CAS review, in my opinion, John, they've took no notice of it whatsoever. So just for anyone who doesn't know, the CAS review is an independent review of gender identity services for children and young people. Now, Dr. Cass found weak evidence base for medical interventions, so that's puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones, lack of follow-up data hindering understanding of long-term effects. Also found neurodevelopmental conditions like autism were not adequately investigated. Accepting a child's declared gender identity without robust assessments was an inappropriate clinical stance. There was poor quality evidence on social transitioning with no clear benefits. Yet it would appear now that the schools are free to continue the indoctrination. Next piece of guidance. It wasn't that one, that was from yesterday.
Sorry.
We need the RSE guidance. That's the one. So this first appeared last year in May 24, and it was the Conservatives' draft guidance. Now, their draft explicitly stated that schools should not teach about the concept of gender identity at any stage, citing its contested nature and potential to influence children unduly. Now, this again was in response to the CAS Review's finding on the weak evidence base for gender affirming approach, which some of the things I've just listed. Yet we get this crap. The final guidance from Labour, July 2025, softened this stance following apparently consultation which I and many other people filled in. Isn't it funny? It never goes the way we want it to.
Absolutely.
And get on this, and from criticism from organisations like the National Education Union. So the government, who are meant to try and fix this mess and put guidelines in for them to follow, have now been told off by them. So the revised approach by Labour allows schools to address gender identity in a limited, cautious manner, provided it's not taught as fact and is grounded in evidence-based, age-appropriate frameworks. Now, this is the problem. This is basically now, because they've removed what the Conservatives wanted to put in, it's basically the same guidance as we've had all along. It doesn't help. The ideology and the materials promoting it are still in the schools. And those very materials actually break the very guidance that they set by being non-factual, having no evidence-based, and in my opinion, not being age-appropriate. So in the context, John, we're back to square one with these idiots. We're going round and round in circles. The government have again failed to safeguard against harm against children. They're a complete and utter joke. Do you know what, mate? They're the dangerous ideologues. The schools, the government, and the third parties they use to promote these ideologies. Yeah, they're the danger. And this is the funny thing, is they encourage them, John, at the same time, while setting guidance, which in reality is meant to prevent them. And when people point this contradiction out, they refuse to act. You couldn't make this up. It feels like I'm just banging my head against a woke brick wall with this. And I'm going to say this now, if their next set of guidance in the summer fixes any of this, John, I'll eat my hat and run round the block naked. Oh. But hang on, Mark, you say. The guidance does contain plans to tackle dangerous ideologies. Well, from what I've seen, it only includes misogyny and incels. I mean, incels are a massive threat to this country, aren't they? Yeah. So not critical race theory, not queer theory, not gender theory. You know, the ones that they actually teach what are putting our kids in danger and affecting our culture. So I guess what? The kids are just going to continue to be told, I don't know, they're racist, misogynist, trapped in the wrong body. It's Pete Clown world. It's the Fabians again. They're scum. Sorry.
Scumbags. I totally agree with you.
It's fixed nothing, John. We're just back to basically the same. They've just rewritten all the guidance and it's exactly the same as it was. They've took away all the recommendations the Conservatives wanted to put through to try and fix this.
Indeed.
And they've banned absolutely nothing.
So basically, well, let's just say that they haven't actually achieved anything with this DFE guidance.
They have. They've achieved their ideology can remain in schools.
Doesn't that look nice? Okay. And here's another one.
Yeah, really nice.
The Westminster government has finally published safeguarding guidance protecting gender questioning children in schools in England. Following a year in limbo, the 2025 version of Keeping Children Safe in Education has been issued and no longer says any of its contents remains under review. From September, schools and colleges across England must have regard to the guidance, which highlights the CAS Review's recommendations on social transitioning. The guidance advises that caution is necessary for children questioning their gender, as there remain many unknowns about the impact of social transition, and children may well have wider vulnerabilities.
Caution is necessary. That's absolute piss, John. I'm sorry. I mean, the Conservatives, for all their failings, actually will go in some way to try and fix this. And they just took their guidance, removed it, and now it's the same as it's always been. Yet they're presenting it as something new.
Yep.
So again, now I'm going to contact all the same people and I'm going to ask the people like Ofsted, the regional schools, the Department for Education, who enforces the breaking of your guidance? Who enforces it? Because you're not enforcing it. The schools are ignoring us. So what is the point of this guidance? It's absolute tosh. There's just no point of it.
I get it.
Because when you ask the schools, John, like I said yesterday or Monday, for the evidence to back up this age appropriateness and the the evidence base behind it, you don't get anything because there isn't anything, John. And Dr. Cass has actually explained there's nothing. There's nothing for the materials promoting the ideology in school, and there's nothing backing up the clinical procedures for these children later in life. So the start of the journey, there's no evidence. On the end of the journey, there's no evidence. Yet these people are going to send these kids on this journey. They're a disgrace.
So,
fuming.
The truth is, they're actually not helping the kids.
No.
Okay.
They make out like it's all about fostering, healthy relationships, and it's about, safeguarding these gender questioning children.
Yep.
How about protecting them from the ideology which pushes them down an unscientific route and causes massive damage in a lot of cases? No, they won't, though, will they?
Don't talk to me about ideologies, because if you do, you'll get me on something else. Well, anyway, we've gone on for long enough, sir. All right, this has been quite a long cast, but I'm going to leave everybody with this video, this end vid, and if it causes any problems, really I don't care, because I'm listening to it and I'm thinking
copyright.
I'm not bothered.
You should. Well, I think the people who made it probably want everybody to see it. So if anyone copyrights it, it'll be someone like YouTube just to prove a point. And
well, I'd like to thank all our viewers tonight, and I'd like to thank you, sir, for a very, very engaging conversation. And I will speak to you again very, very soon.
See, I would be the gayest I've ever been if the government didn't keep letting people in who harm our children at the same time while they're harming them with this.
Well, in that case, then,
not safe.
All the government are spastics. They're spazzers. in my best way, most English way of calling it, they're spastics. I'm sorry, but that's it. Retards and spazzers.
I hate them. Is that a hate crime? Because I hate horrible people, yeah. Well, guilty as charged.
I don't give a shit. I really don't give it. I don't give a damn. I really, really don't give a damn. Here we go. This is the end. Thank you very much, sir. And good night to all our listeners. And I hope you enjoyed the program. Here we go.
I second that.
The state is closing in on us. The police aren't on our side no more. We were taught not to notice skin. Now it's all they ever talk about. Boys are told it's bad to be a man, while kids are living fatherless. And the streets aren't safe for our girls, while the enemy's been let in. Hey you, I got this feeling, don't you? The world's lost its meaning. We don't believe in the things we used to. Hey you, I got this feeling, don't you? The world's lost its meaning. We don't believe in the things we used to. They want us to stop having babies, to call men ladies. The inversion of our reality is to divide and cause insanity. The old will need tattoos saying please don't turn me off. The food we eat is so addictive. We feed like cattle from a trough. Hey you, I got this feeling, don't you? The world's lost its meaning. We don't believe in the things we used to. Look at the photos from the 90s, the cohesive societies. The young could buy property, the homeless were not forgotten in property. People came together, didn't divide from the center, didn't fly foreign flags in the city center screaming. They hate the land they stand upon, it will be the sand they sink upon, the bottle that they're drinking from. This land was built over millennia by British folk, with a stiff upper lip and a grip on the way out. Try not to slip, I better zip it. My freedom of speech has been impeached. I'll get locked up like Lucy Conley if I keep wagging my tongue like the tail of the dog that's wagging me, like the British Channel that's washing over me, like the millions of bodies that are washing over me, like some forgotten dream flowing over me. Hey you, I got this feeling, don't you? The world's lost its meaning. We don't believe